Hello, grade 12s. How are you? Mr. Newlove is here again. We are still continuing our revision for our final exams, paper 2. The next question says, if you've not watched the previous video, please watch it or check the script that I've sent you. Okay, the question says, identify an outlier in the data. Outlier. An outlier is a data that separates itself from the rest of the data. Now, if you check the data points given, you see that all these ones are close to each other, but this one separates itself from the rest. So this one becomes the outlier. So what is that point? The point consists of two coordinates, the x and the y. So the x here is temperature and the y is the number of drinks sold. So let's check the temperature, which is x. It's going to be 12 because from here this is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this side is what? 12. And the y value, which is the number of drinks sold, is also going to be 230. How did we get that? This is 200, 210, 220, 230, 240, 250. So this side is what? 230. So the outlier is going to be 12, 230. Then let's look at the next question. It says, learners from various schools wrote an aptitude test in order to qualify for a bursary. Their marks as a percentage are represented in an Ogive. Ogive is the same as cumulative frequency curve. So we've been given the Ogive below here. So this is the Ogive. Let me bring it up. So our Ogive is here. This is it. That's our nice Ogive. We have the max and we have the cumulative frequency. So what is the next question? What is the question saying? How many learners wrote the test? How many learners wrote the test? It's talking about the total number of learners that wrote the test. You can get it from the top here. Okay. It's what? 175. Now, if you check, this is 70, 170, and 175 is going to be the last one. From here to that, let me make it bigger for you to see what I'm talking about. Okay. Ogive, here you are. Making it bigger for you to see the grade well. Remove the split. Yeah, this is our Ogive. Okay. Now, if you check this, I can still make it bigger for you to see it well. Now, if you check this from here, let's count the number of lines: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it means 170 to 180. What's going to be the distance? 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each is what? Each is what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Have you seen? Which is, so if it is 170, 172, 174, 176, 178, 180. Do you see? Now, if you check this, if you move it, this line to this is here. So we are going to have 172, 174, 176, approximately 176. All right. Okay. So the total number of frequency is going to be what? Total number of learners is 176, which is the last one. 176. So you have it there. Here you have approximately 175 because it's in the middle. But we give a neighborhood. If you write 176, it will be pardoned. If you write 174, it will be, because the point is not exactly on 175 unless it was given in the question that the total number of is 175. So if you check this question, nothing was given. So we approximate. So if you approximate this, it's not exactly on 176, also not on 174. So if you write 175, it will be given 176, 174. When we are making estimation, we give a neighborhood where, so here we've written 175, it's fine. In your answer, if you write 176, to be given if you write 174. So between 174 and 176, it will be given to you. Okay, then the next question says, write down the modal class of the data. Modal class of the data. Where is the data? The modal is talking about the highest, the one that is having the highest frequency. How are we going to do that? Let me split and reduce the graph. Yeah. The one that is having the highest frequency. So here, this is my graph. Which one is having the highest frequency? We are going to determine it here. Now, if you check the distance, just want to make it bigger. Go down a bit. Now, let's check the distance in between the frequencies. Now, if you check the distance from here to here, here to this side, you see that it's smaller. If you calculate, it's going to be smaller. Now, the distance from here to here is much bigger than that. Alright, so we are going to approximate it and compare. Now, if you look at it without even calculating, you check that all of it, the distance from 40 to 50 is much bigger. We are going to do the calculation. Let's compare this. They look alike, but if this one is much bigger than this. All right. So let's just compare. Let's say 30 to 40. So this is 60 and this is what? 30. 60 minus 30 is what? 30. All right. Now let's check here. This is what? 100 and this is what? 60. 100 minus 60 is what? 40. Is much bigger. Apart from that, let's see whether we have something which is bigger than that. If you check here, this is approximately 131 and this is 100. Let's say 131 minus 100 is 31. It's less. This is even much lesser. You don't have to worry yourself. So our concentration is going to be this one, 40 to 50, which is 100 minus 60. All right, 100 minus 60, which is going to give us what? 40. Né? Okay, so the modal class is going to be between 40 to 50. Between 40 to 50. That's the modal class. You can write it this way or that way. Then let's look at the minimum mark. The minimum mark to qualify for a bursary is 75%. How many learners qualify for the bursary? If you have 75% and above, you qualify. So we want the number of learners who qualify for the bursary. And it's going to be 75 minus 158. The question is how? Let me split for you. Make it smaller. Okay. How did we get the answer? Okay, we said 75%. You must have 75% before you qualify for the bursary. These are the marks. All right. These are the marks. 10, 20, 70. So this is 70, 75. You must be at this side, above, from here to this side, before you qualify. If you fall below here, you don't qualify for the bursary. So this is 75% because the marks is already in percentage. So 75%. Let's check the corresponding value for 75. That's the minimum. So let's check. 75 is this line. All right. So 75 is this one, which is approximately 58. Remember, we counted this one at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right, so 75 is approximately 58 from here to there. All right, and so that's why we had this 158 here, which is 158, not 58, 158. Then the last value, remember we calculated it to be 175, this one, because that is where it's supposed to end, from the minimum to the maximum. This is the maximum value. So here it's approximately 175. So the number of learners, remember this indicates the number of learners because it's the cumulative frequency, and the x value is the max, which is in percentage. So it's going to be 175 minus 158, which is 70.